Chapter 8.
Who wills? A rush came over Kai as his heartbeat raced. Looking up, he peered out to the forest in front of him, finding nothing but the silent trees standing with a resolve of quiet indifference. "I will tame you. You will not tame me," he told the forest. Crouching, he began to slowly take soft, gradual steps forward, as the crunch of leaf and twigs under his feet sent spikes of burning anxiety throughout his bones and body. Running his hand through the dirt encompassing the hoofprints, he felt soft and powdered ground that was not yet compact, and so he knew the elk was close. All his senses kicked in at once. Suddenly, a movement caught the corner of his eye. An elk with broadly outstretched antlers, no more than 60 yards away, had pulled up its head from grazing and was looking directly at him. Their eyes locked in. At the pace of a man whose enemy has a knife to his neck, Kai slowly, calmly, and with cautious precision, drew his hand behind his back and paused after gripping an arrow. The elk's ear twitched. A gust of wind blew in Kai's direction, concealing his scent from the animal. Standing there completely still and waiting, Kai found waves of relief shoot through his chest when the now disinterested elk dropped its head and continued grazing. Bringing the arrow over his head, he slowly drew it between the string in his bow and lifted it slowly, pulling the nock back. "Do the gods will, or do I?" he thought to himself. But before he could answer his question and take a clean shot, the wind suddenly changed direction, exposing Kai's scent. Instinctually, the elk moved just half a second before Kai released the arrow, allowing the arrow to continue its trajectory in the place the animal once stood. Sensing danger, the elk now broke into a run, causing Kai to run into a full sprint after it. "I will drive this axe through your head," Kai screamed, panting, feeling the weight of gravity and the burning sensation of fatigue increase in his legs and chest the further he ran. Raising his bow and arrow again, he took another shot, then another, and another. But the elk was long gone. Before Kai knew it, he was standing alone in the still indifferent but now dusk forest. Although he was warm from the hunt, he knew he didn't have enough time to recover his arrows in the dark and now temperature-dropping weather. Quickly, he began making his way back to the shelter he built in the glade as a single question kept resurfacing. "Who wills?" Kai's mind raced as he became scattered with the flooding of thought after thought. Millions of questions arising at once, with millions of potential alternatives that then lead to millions of other alternatives. "How can I ever know?" he began thinking to himself. "How can anyone ever know? Odin's selection is like the wind blowing where it wishes. You hear its sound, but you do not know where it comes from, or where it goes, or where it's going." Arriving back at his glade encampment, he lifted up some small branches stacked against the side of the fallen tree and crept his way into the pine bough-covered fort. Reaching next to his side, he paused when he felt nothing but sticks and leaves. Immediately his heart pounded in his chest. "My bread!" he yelled aloud. The blue sack of bread the berserker had given him, with enough supply to last him a day, was missing. "But I left it here before going out to hunt. This is impossible," he yelled again. Frantically, he got on his knees and began scraping all the leaves inside his small fort, back and forth, only to feel the empty dirt below. After searching for 20 more minutes, it became too dark for him to see. He was now trying everything in his power to stop his racing thoughts and get the rest he needed to carry him another day of hunting. But the fear of the known unknown, that fear of knowing what could be but not knowing how long, haunted him. Kai, feeling like a dead man, was in this moment fully alive.